Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we will be reviewing Mindzoom, positive affirmation software. Just a reminder, this is our abridged review. To find our full review, please click the link in the description. And in the description you'll also find our discount link to the product. So, what exactly is Mindzoom? Well, as mentioned before, it's positive affirmation software. Positive affirmation is a theory highly contested but also highly followed that we are constantly inundated with content every single day. We're inundated with words, good and bad, and that these words and ideas that are seeping into our mind constantly every single day are affecting the way that we live, the way that we think, the way that we feel, and how happy we are really as individuals. So the idea is that, well, if you can control how much is coming into your mind, or what words are coming into your mind, what ideas, then you can actually make yourself happier and more positive and more confident just by inundating yourself with positive thoughts.
Okay, so it's a software program that is going to help. So how does it work?
Well, the other thing about subliminal affirmation is that it's below your conscious level. So
Okay.
you don't actually hear these things happening. Well, there's two ways to do it. There's visual and audio. So visual, there's a little box in the bottom of your screen that will flash text that you get. So if you say, I want self-esteem affirmations to be blasted for the next half hour. So, quicker than a blink of an eye, like many frames per second, there's going to be these words flashing in the bottom of the screen that are all trying to boost your self-esteem. And you're just going to be doing your work on your computer, and in the background there's going to be these words flashing.
Indistinguishable, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you can't really sit
to
there
the conscious mind, but
your unconscious mind is picking
unconscious
all these up
mind.
all the time. The other way is by audio, which means you can tell it what things to say. You can type up a list. You can select a pre-typed list.
So you can pick your own affirmations.
Yeah, or you can pick your own affirmations. There's
Okay,
like
that's
63
cool.
different affirmation categories. You can even record your own affirmations and then have them re-recorded at a sub-audible level, which will then pipe it into your ears in a way that your conscious mind doesn't hear it, but your unconscious mind is still registering it.
Right, because we don't necessarily want our conscious mind to hear it because that would be really distracting.
It'd be really distracting. Yeah, there's tons
if I'm trying to do my work or whatever on the computer, and it's just, it'd be great if it's just yelling how great I am to me, but But at the same time, I'd be trying to
that phone ringtone you had. You're great. You're great.
Exactly, but that was a few seconds long, not constantly. But
yeah, so it would be a little distracting. It would also not. It might make you suspect of it. But since we are always, our minds are absorbing things all the time. As the theory goes, by doing things under the audible level, you can absorb them. So how does this program do that? Well, when you get the program, you have those two things I mentioned, a visual affirmation model where you can pick from 63 different categories of affirmations, or you can design your own. Then you have an audible one, and this also comes with a subliminal mixer. And the subliminal mixer is pretty cool because you can take any music that you already own, or you can take some of the provided audio tracks, and then you can select affirmations that will be mixed into it at a sub-audible level. So you can take your favorite Animal Collective album, or Sigur Rós, or anything else that doesn't really have real words in it, and then you can pump in these sub-audible affirmations. Or, cool. You could take any song with words, but it would be a little more distracting if you listen to Michael Jackson and there's sub-audible affirmations going on. I think maybe the mix of messages could be a little too much for you, but it's totally up to you.
But so it's pretty customizable overall, I'd say.
Yeah,
it's the fact that you can choose your own affirmations, and then you can even choose your own music tracks to use with the affirmations, and you can put them all together.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now the only thing is, if you make a mistake, you won't really know it because, again, these are all sub-audible. So suppose that you forget to actually insert them, right, and then you just play the regular Sigur Rós album, and your affirmations are not in there. You won't find out until a few weeks later that it's not making you feel better. So you have to make sure that it's on you to make sure that you do everything right.
Yeah. Double check that, definitely. Especially if you're gonna have accidentally turn a positive one into a negative one somehow, and
yeah.
Okay, don't want that. Is there anything else that's kind of let's start kind of with the bad, I guess, that you maybe don't like about the software?
Well, so what I don't like about the software is that it's a difficult topic, right? Because you'll never know if a subaudible thing is actually working until you try it out for a few weeks.
There's no instantaneous results. There's
no instantaneous results. All right.
It takes some time.
Although I did have some instantaneous results.
Oh.
Yeah.
On my face.
But that you can't be positive that it's working. So if you're someone that needs everything to be right in front of you, hard and clear, and cut and dry, you might not go for this because it's it's a little bit hard to be sure of.
There's some gray area in there.
Yeah. The other thing is that the visual one, I personally would never do the visual one. I didn't do the visual one. I pretty much stuck to the audio because the visual, to me, I mean, I can always see it, and I know they're saying, oh, it's background, you're just absorbing it, but it's still on my screen. Like maybe if it was on a screen across the room, that would be a little better. But also, you can't perfectly customize what size it is. You can just pick, what font it is, and you can pick where it goes on your screen. And sometimes if you write a long affirmation, it'll actually get cut off by your screen. It won't be able to fit.
Okay.
And so but then I'm tempted to look at it. So again, I stuck with the audio, and the pre-recorded audio tracks they give you are not that great, but since you can mix it with any song you want, you really have the potential to mix your own subliminal audio.
Okay. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you really like about this program?
Well, what I really like is that it basically gives you free reign over your own affirmation routine.
Okay.
And
that is customizable.
It's completely customizable, and it also, like, because that, it gives you the responsibility to make yourself more affirmed. So as well as these affirmations work, we all know that alone they're not going to change anything. While positive affirmations can definitely make you feel better, only you can actually make you do better. And which is why I like that it's customizable. It doesn't say just hit play and your life will get better. It says choose the ways in which you're going to actually boost yourself.
Okay, but there are also pre-built lists in there that say I was new to affirmations and I was kind of overwhelmed. Like, I don't know. I want to improve all these kinds of things, but I don't necessarily know what a good affirmation would sound like. But there are pre-recorded lists and something like
thousands. You'll be absorbing thousands an hour, and you'll probably you'll definitely be absorbing some of them on repeat. Like, you'll definitely hear one affirmation. It might say like, you are assertive. That affirmation might come to you below your audible level. It might come to you 5 times in an hour, and then you'll be listening to it day after day. But you won't know. But the whole point is repetition, 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 and that'll build it into you. Also included in this track, there are a few bonus things. There's a 2-hour audiobook on an introduction to hypnosis. There are 40 free minutes of audio affirmations that it'll give you that are sort of separate from the subaudible ones. There will be ones that are actually audible, and it'll just be like a guy speaking to you. There's a few reports on other tracks put out by the same production company. But all in all, what you're really getting is, in my mind, is the subliminal mixer. I think that's the crux of the product right there.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, because what would you say as opposed to, if people were to go onto YouTube and type in subliminal affirmations, positive affirmations, 10 hours of positive affirmation or something, and put that on in the background, how would something like that compare to, this product?
Yeah, that's the thing. What I did find is that after I compared the YouTube results to my results, because we have to we are reviewing this product.
Yeah,
I found that the YouTube results were about pretty similar. So this is what happened. I went on and I started using Mindzoom, and immediately I started feeling better, which surprised me. And I don't know if it was a placebo effect. I don't know if it's because I was amused by the thought of making myself feel better instantly, or maybe because it was doing its job really, 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 really well. And the thing is, I went on to YouTube and started doing the same thing, and again, I immediately felt better. So I have no doubt of 2 possibilities. A, either the positive affirmations really do their job, or the placebo effect that initiated by me is also really doing its job.
That's true. You're right. With this kind of product, it is really difficult to know. Yeah.
I'm just making myself feel better. Maybe. But the nice thing is, comparing this to YouTube, is that YouTube I had to keep going back and hitting it every 10 minutes. I listened to it for 3 hours, and I had every 10 minutes I would have to change the YouTube track, and they're not all reliable, they're not all consistent, because some of them are audible, some of them are subaudible, some of them have music, some of them have voice.
And if one of them is put to like the beach or the rainforest soundtrack, you're not going to want to listen to music over top of that, as opposed to, you can't put it over a music track, is what I'm saying. It's not
exactly.
Really. You gotta have to mix and match rough edges. So it still works, but maybe just.
So while I think YouTube and all the free things online probably work just as well, and they are findable, they're not as easily customizable, they're not as easily reliable. So for me, what you're getting in this product when you purchase it is a really consistent interface, complete customization, and reliability. Yeah.
Cool. Great. Well, that is our Mindzoom review. As always, we're going to have our full review in the description as well as our discounted product link. This is just kind of our shorter review. But that's it for the review today. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.
Have a good one. You are powerful.
Zoom, 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 make my heart go boom, boom, a supernova girl.